Hi again, Cavalier fans. I'm Dan Ramey. Time now for the Cavalier Coaches Corner. Brought to you by our friends at Young's Family Market, ATI Physical Therapy, Southern Ohio Monument Services, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing, and the Kingston National Bank. Coming up, we'll meet some of the coaches and the players on the Cavalier Coaches Corner.
Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Young's Family Market is family-owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, let ATI Physical Therapy get you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers. Hi, Cavalier fans. I'm Dan Ramey. Welcome back to another edition of the Cavalier Coaches Corner, coming to you today from ATI Physical Therapy inside Shawnee Square. We'll visit with Angie Stevens here in just a matter of moments. Chillicothe went over to Logan, picked up a 7-6 win in overtime this past weekend. Congratulations to the Cavaliers, who are now 4-1. They begin the defense of their Frontier Athletic Conference championship this week against the Hillsboro Indians, who are 5-0. More about them in a bit. Coach, what a game. Scoreless through the first 60 minutes. Came down to fourth down and one of those Hail Mary type passes and completed to your top athlete there. J.J. Harris jumps up, grabs it. You go ahead. You strike blood first.
Well, I have to give, major compliments to our defense, my defensive staff. All right, because the defense did everything they could except score. They give us the ball back. They give the offense back we got 5 turnovers. I know a couple interceptions were deep in their territory. But the fumble coverage give us on the short side of the 50. Right, and we flat just offensively did not take advantage of what we were given. I'm going to blame the old man. As you say, you point the finger that way. 3 are always pointing back this way. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm pointing the fingers back this way. That we have to get better offensively. We spit and we sputtered. We dropped at least 4 or 5 key passes. A couple were contested. 3 of them are flat wide open. We just dropped the ball, okay, which one had big plays. We did score. We run that play for years. It's the first time I've had a lineman downfield, and really one was downfield. He really was. He was about 10 yards. They give us the wrong number, but he was about 10 yards downfield. All right. And the problem was he didn't lock on to anybody. He was trying to find somebody, but didn't lock on. If he'd been locked on to somebody, then the flag probably wouldn't have been thrown. But just kind of running free, he was looking, but he's going away from the play. But anyways, but we were downfield. All right. The one that kind of got me was we forced a turnover on our sideline in the second quarter, and the official blew his whistle prematurely, inverts the whistle. And I kind of missed the meeting and missed the interpretation on what happens after that. And I was a little upset after that because, number one, we didn't get the ball. Okay, the guy, the whistle he thought he would grab it, didn't. He missed it, and it bounced out about 4 or 5 yards, and we got it. So we didn't get the ball. Number two, they lost 15 yards. They didn't lose it 15 yards. Number three, the ball went back to line of scrimmage. They got the ball back, and they got to replay it down. Replay it down again.
The extra down.
The extra down. So they did not fumble, did not lose yardage. They basically didn't know it. They made up for their mistake. All right, and then they were awarded the ball back, and then got to replay it down. So I said so defensively, we took it in the air 3 ways. We took it in the air 3 ways. On that one, on that call, but it is by rule. Okay, I mean it is what it is by rule. But we rushed, I think, almost for a career low for Coach Art and I, of only 30 yards and won a game. That's amazing. We won a game and only rushed for 30 yards.
That only happens in a scoreless contest in regulation, right?
Correct. And but give kudos to Logan. Logan came out in a completely new offense, a different look than what our kids had prepared for. And actually it was kind of a saving grace for this week because it prepared us a lot for adjustments we have to make this week. Next 2 weeks playing Hillsborough and playing Greenfield, they basically run similar offenses. Okay? So we had our coach had to do a lot of scrambling early and fast all of a sudden because they were in something completely different than what we prepared for them. And what they were running, we really don't see. We haven't saw all year, haven't really prepared for it or practiced it all year. Okay, because we don't run it ourselves. We run it kind of in a different way, different formation, from a gun, not under center. And then what they're doing. Then plus again, they believe they can win. It's a backdoor rival, and we're going into a place where they think they can win. Okay, and then you look at their schedule. They lost to a 4-1 or 5-0 Tri-Valley. Okay. They lost to Taze Valley, which is 3-2, and we know how good Taze is. They beat Meg's, a team they should have beaten. They lost to a very, very good Sheridan team. It's 5-0. All right, and then we roll into town at 3-1 and end up going 4-1. So look at the people that they've competed against. Number one, number two, then look at their records. They've lost to. And Taze Valley is a very good, very, very good 3-2 football team. Okay, so. Their kids were prepared. They played hard. I don't know what it was down there, but we just were flat. I think we talked a lot about it. We're still tired from the week before. We're still beat up from the week before. It hardly took that much out of us. So those things were kind of against us. That was kind of a tough week with the heat again, but they practiced in the heat, the same as us, with that. But I think they were aimed for this game. They played better last year when we played them. All right, this thing is, the offense did not take control of the football game. And with the offense, we talk about our offense has got there's no excuse for them to run 74 plays, and we run 47. Okay, it's not a defensive problem. They had a chance to take too many snaps. It's an offensive problem all the way. All right, so coach has spent a lot of time this week soul searching, going back to more basics, trying to figure out what how to motivate our guys. We got to rekindle the fire. We got to relight it now. Our first season's over. We're 4-1. Tremendous job by our kids. Who would think we'd be 4-1 like we are right now in our first season? But now we start the most important season, the second season of the year. Okay, we break it down to 3 seasons. It's non-league, league, and then playoffs. Okay, all right. So now we're into our second season, and everybody's record's 0-0. Throw the records out the door. Everybody's 0-0, and going to go play. So but we didn't turn the ball over. Our special teams were solid. All right, so all those things, we kept them in long fields where they had to march. They just were not good enough. They'd make a mistake, a couple mistakes, and have turned it, and they would give the ball up. All right, but then we were just kind of overwhelmed that we go 3 and out too many times. All right, with that there. So I'll let you get a couple comments, and Coach Adams here.
Yeah, I'd like to go back and look at one thing. We'll bring, by the way, PJ Adams with us as well from the defensive side. Cavalier Tom, I forgot to introduce these guys in the bookends here to open the segment. But, Coach, I've been around your staff now for a good 10 years, and it's amazing at the adjustments you guys are able to make defensively. And when you're throwing something like the curveball that Logan did, you weren't prepared for this, and your coaches did what they needed to do to get the kids in the right positions to adjust to that offense.
Well, one nice thing helped us was we got about a 45-minute lightning delay. So we were able to go back to the chalkboard
Once again, the hand of God.
Yes, the football gods are smiling on us again. Okay, all right. So we had a lightning delay, and that helped us a lot, because then they was able, number one, to watch our replay, all right, from the edge, and then number two, then was able to go in and make our adjustments and kind of walk through some things with the kids while we had downtime waiting on the to come back out and come back out and play. So that was really good on that part. All right, but again, I've always said I've had one of the best staffs around at any level in the state of Ohio. All right, and they proved that. Coach Arndt, Coach Adams, Coach Crabtree, and Coach Johnson, Coach Seymour proved it again this week. All right, that they come out and athletically, that big left tackle was good. The quarterback, he wasn't real big, but he was gutsy, strong young man, and they executed well. But they were able to make those adjustments. The kids were able to. They're coached up well enough that we can say, okay, we got to do this, and this because of this situation. All right, but we coach our kids to once the game hits, we want them to be able to see the play, understand the play, and if there's anything different, to make those adjustments basically without us saying anything. If they can make adjustments or come off the field and say, Coach, we should do this, and this, then that's tremendous. Okay, we're on the right track.
Now, let me bring PJ Adams in on this, because when you get a lightning delay, you can work on stuff. It's not like NASCAR with a red flag and the race is stopped, you can't work on your car.
Right. But
you guys had the opportunity to go in and kind of retool some things. Kids appeared to adjust pretty well to that.
Yeah, like Coach said, they came out in a completely new offense, which threw us completely off. But, at the end of the day, I think good football teams can then do their best to adjust. And I think that we did our best to adjust. And part of it is us adjusting. The other part is having players who can accept that coaching, right? So I think our players did a good job understanding where we wanted them to put them gap-wise. And then I think that in itself allowed us to actually be successful, which is why you saw us have some success in the whole game. So
I think a lot of that goes back to the academic side of things, because you've got some good students on this football team, have for the last handful of years. And by golly, when it comes down to X's and O's and you put them in the right spot, or you kind of turn the tables on and have to restack the checkerboard, you got to have kids that can do it up here too.
Yeah, the way, and I joke with people sometimes about this, is when you open up the paper or whatever, you don't see Coach Adams and you don't see Coach Hinton made a tackle, right? It's the kids who are making the tackle. So we can put them we can put them in the right position all they want, but it's up to the guys A, they have to want to make the plays, and they do, and then B is making those plays, which is why we were able to do that. So, but yeah, to me, it's all of them. It's all of them making the plays and accepting that coaching, and thus in our favor the positive result. So,
but I think that's maturity too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see it on those kids that were maybe first-year players last year at the varsity level. I think that experience helped them in that circumstance.
Yeah, I mean, we have Cortland Duncan. He's a 2-year starter. We have Christian Benson. He's a newer guy, but he can watch Duncan and understand where he should be. And I think that in itself, just that varsity experience, at least for those two guys, it's helped a lot. You have Nick Ursuline, you have Chris Posters. These guys are three-year starters, right? So you have guys who understand what varsity football is about. And at the end of the day, I think that they do a great job communicating what needs to be done across the board.
Yeah, and then it's just a matter of them missing the extra point.
Yeah.
Well, they went for 2.
Yeah.
They went for 2. They went for the win. I understand that. He wanted to end the game.
Sure.
And really, we had not really stopped them efficiently. It was just enough for the first down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And they ran a play that we've done all week, all night. Have been pretty successful with, and a quarterback option come off the edge, and here he comes. Well then, but Chris makes a great, or Chris Posters makes a great play, pops through, doesn't make the tackle, but forces the quarterback deeper and wider, and slowed him down than what he wanted. And Christian Benson, I don't know who the other couple were.
And Christian Benson and Pat Rourke.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Pat Rourke's playing his rear end off it from a down tackle for us. So I mean, those kids made a great play. It was kind of like a big stun. Like, oh God, okay, it's over. We won, yay!
Well, and you don't want to lose yardage on third down to take you out of field goal range, but it was kind of a blessing, I think. It gave the offense a little more room to play with. Adrian just tossed that up, and here came JJ jumping above everybody else.
Well, we had talked about two different things. We talked about a 4 verts, or we talked about the Hail Mary. And we practice Hail Mary every Thursday. We routinely do that. Okay, and so they I kind of went for the 4 verts. The coach says a Hail Mary. I said, okay, we'll go to Hail Mary. All right, with that, and then as I was standing, as I watched the play, I could see Jaquan's kind of circling in between the defensive backs, and I said, "Dang on, he's gonna catch the ball." He's gonna catch because there's like 3 or 4 purple shirts there, but he kind of circled right in between them, and bingo. But again, the gods of football smiled on us. But then when it was 4th down and 15, and they got a first down, we were thinking, oh my gosh, what have we done here? I mean, because there was nobody around those guys when one cut the ball over the middle and things. So,
but you needed to get that touchdown. Field goal would have been good to get points on the board.
Yes.
But you needed to make sure you got the touchdown.
Well, 6 points is always better than 3 points.
Yeah.
Yes, always better than 3 points. And they were so dangerous to be able to just, in a 25-yard shot, to punch the ball, and punch it in.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was listening from Huntington when I was at the game there, and I thought to myself, here comes the hook and ladder.
We talked about it quite a bit. We talked about it, and we not really rehearsed it because we moved some people around the backfield. So guarantee it's in the game plan the rest of the year. I guarantee you that one.
Maybe this week.
It's in the game plan. I guarantee it. I promise you. Your son's coming up tomorrow. It's in the game plan.
All right, let's take a look at your defensive stats and also the defensive players of the week.
Well, quite a bit there. He's got a long list of stuff to read there.
Well, we have secondary guys, and I guess before I read these guys across the board, I think we actually did a pretty good job in regards to coming down and stopping the run. And I mean, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's a reason why it was 0-0 going at the end of regulations, because all these guys across the board knew their job and did the best of their ability. But secondary guys, we had McCullum Lee, Cameron Cook, Joey Wright, Coates, Jaquan. Really, it was really the player of the week was actually the whole defense. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
So it was a team effort. So everyone did their part. I mean,
he wants to hear some tackles, though, Coach. Get some numbers.
In regards
there.
There's a lot of chicken scratches.
Yeah,
no, for sure. No, I mean, Chris Post is 19 tackles.
Yeah.
Nick Ursuline, 15. I'm sorry, Nick Ursuline, 18 tackles. Pat Rourke, we were just talking about, 14 tackles. McCallum Lee, 17. Cameron Cook, he was here earlier. 12 tackles. Casey Crawford had 8 tackles. Hal Bell had 10. Christian Benson had 3 tackles for loss. Cortland Duncan actually had the sack. Going back to Nick actually had 4 Harrys. And Cameron Cook, who was here earlier, he had 2 interceptions during the game. Mm-hmm. So, and not to leave out Joey Wright as well, I think he got an interception as well. So, I mean, it's a lot of turnovers and a lot of tackles for loss and a lot of Harrys, which caused the result the way it was. So.
And usually when you think about all these tackles being racked up on defensive statistics, it's usually the other team was the winning team. Not the case.
Right.
And you weren't playing from behind. It was just, it was one of those knockdown, drag-out fights.
Yeah, the way they play their offense is they want us to make mistakes, and we tried our best to try not to make any mistakes. They practice too. They were athletic. Their running back was a good ball player. I thought their running back. I thought they were a good team. Like Coach said, I was not fooled not at all by the record because of who they already played. I think we're too smart to know that just because their record said 1-3 means that they're a bad team. It's just because they played good people. And so, but in regards to just tackles across the board, now we were we were doing our best. So that's all we can really ask.
And you don't mind them going 5-0 the rest of the season?
No. The long playoff points, yes. But think about the defense bent, but didn't break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't give up the big play. We bent. All right. And again, they were not consistent enough to drive the ball consistently in that distance, that many plays and score. Okay. So for me, pancake blocks. We had Ray Byers with 1. Bryce Valentine had 2. Caleb Workman 3. Bradley Reinhardt had a heck of a night of 7 pancake blocks. Okay. Casey Crawford had 5. Ursula had 1. Pat Rourke had 1. We had Jaquan had a punt over 40 yards. Matt Deddy kicked 1 in the end zone, 1 inside the 10. It's unusual we only got 2 kicks out of him. All right. And then Bradley Reinhardt also had 7 extra efforts. And that's about basically all we had offensively. Because you only rushed for 30 yards. All right, and Adrian passed for 75. Okay, but that 30-some that was in the, or 18 that was in the last play. All right, so I think he was 10 for 20. But again, out of those 10 incompletions, he had at least 4 drops, open drops. Okay, which would make a huge difference. And the one we caught, we took it to the end zone.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but it was called back. So, and our players of the week, offensive lineman, was Bradley Reinhardt and Casey Crawford. And then our special teams player of the week this week was our snapper, Drew Seymour. Because Drew's kind of struggled this early in the year about snapping the ball. We're thinking of a minute to go, and he had snapped the one inside the 10. We said, "Oh boy, Drew, man, get this one. Don't He come out the game and smiles at the coach. How was the snaps? No bad snaps. I said, no, Drew actually got better. That was great. And our coverages were very good. All right, it was very, very good. We held them to under 25, 30 yards net punting or net stuff. So so with that was very good for us there. With that, I'll let BJ talk about the JV game. We had another exciting win. JV team's 3-2, Coach.
Yeah, we are. This last week it was a tough one, but we were able to. Well, we pulled it out. We were down 14-0 right now, but we came back and got things going, got things turned around.
We will talk more in depth about the JV game on your segment, if that's okay.
Sure.
Coach, your younger programs.
Junior high did not play. It was their bye week this week, the way our scheduling was. And I did not get the scores this week from the Little Cavs. I forgot. I didn't get I was too busy trying to fix stuff on the varsity level. I didn't check with them about getting that score. I'll get that, but I don't know how we did over the weekend there. So
we'll let folks know next week.
Yes. And again, that's our second road trip in a row, and we still got 2 more to go.
Yeah.
We're on halfway through our road trips here.
Actually, they won.
Did they?
Yeah, they beat East Clinton. They beat them 26-0.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was there. So
all right.
They won.
1 game or 2 games?
They won 1.
Well, there's these 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Oh no, I saw the 3rd and 4th. So.
3rd and 4th. Okay.
Yeah,
well, 5th, 6th played. I'm sure. would say they won.
We'll get the whole story next week.
Well, we know the third and fourth won 26 nothing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right, so go Cavs, right?
Go Cavs.
We'll continue with the Cavalier Coaches Corner in just a matter of moments. We'll meet some of the Cavalier players in a segment or two, but next we'll visit with Angie Stevens from our host tonight, ATI Physical Therapy. Welcome back to ATI Physical Therapy. I'm Dan Ramey, and we have Angie Stevens with us. Angie was the clinical director here last year, but now you are on a regional spectrum. Congratulations.
That is correct. Thank you. So for the state of Ohio, I'm a regional director for ATI Physical Therapy. We have 5 clinics within the state of Ohio, so I am responsible for all of those clinics.
So you take care of people like Tom and myself that have these weekend warrior injuries,
Sure,
right?
sure, yes.
But it's more than that too, isn't it?
Absolutely. So weekend warrior injuries, degenerative changes. We were having a discussion about arthritis prior to starting this segment. People who have traumatic injuries, we can take care of really anyone at this clinic. We have physical therapists and occupational therapists. We can treat basically any type of injury, conservative or post-operatively.
So if you've got a hip, if you got a knee replacement, maybe a shoulder injury,
absolutely,
you can take care of those things.
Hand injuries, sure.
Yeah.
Sports-related injuries.
You let the surgeons take care of their part, and then you take care of it.
Yes, and we like to work very closely with our referral sources. We like to keep a good communication with the surgeon or with the referring doctor. We feel like that adds to the patient experience and gives the best result.
Yeah. So in order to get here, do you need to have a doctor's referral?
Well, not necessarily. It just depends upon your insurance or how you want to do the payment. A lot of payers do not require a referral, but on a compliance basis for us, if someone's had surgery, we definitely want to talk to your doctor. We want to have that communication so that we can best serve our patients.
ATI Physical Therapy has been a sponsor for a number of years now of the Cavalier Coaches Corner, and we appreciate you opening your doors to us here tonight. I'm kind of disappointed we don't have Coach Hinton on this treadmill back here.
That's for later, right?
That's for later.
Yes.
We'll do that after the show.
Yes.
But you've seen a lot of Cavalier athletes, but I got a feeling you're not exclusive to Chillicothe athletes.
No, just really anyone within the Ross County area or the surrounding community. We're available really for anyone who is willing to drive here. We are more than willing to do the treatment, and it's definitely been our pleasure to be a sponsor of this event.
We know that there are 5 different centers here in Ohio. What's the closest other than this? I mean, do you have to be like 250 miles away to get here?
So Lancaster would probably our closest clinic, Hilliard, we have Grove City, and then our hand center up at Polaris.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So for folks who are watching this online, maybe you don't live close to Chillicothe, maybe you live closer to Lancaster, Hilliard, or one of these other locations, feel free to stop in.
Absolutely, and if you're not able to find it yourself, just give us a call here and we'll help you out.
What about online? Do you have a web
Yes,
address?
we have great resources online, just www.atipt.com.
atipt.com.
You got it.
I got it? Okay, good. Anything that I've missed?
I think you did a great job, Dan.
You did a better job. Thank you. We'll continue in just a moment with the Cavalier Coaches Corner.
Young's Family Market is family owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy, located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, let ATI Physical Therapy get you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today.
As promised, we were going to talk a little more in depth with B.J. Adams. He is with the, of course, defensive side of the ball and the coaching staff for the Cavaliers. This is your third season?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
How about that? Huh?
It's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah. That shows longevity.
Right.
Let's talk a little about that JV win, because you were on the sideline for that contest, and anytime you can end up with more points than the other guys, it's better.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I guess my big thing is that in regards to the game itself, we started really slow. They got 14 points in the first quarter. In the first, we're looking at each other saying, "Heck, are we about to get blown out here?" but
that's become the Cavaliers' standard, hasn't it?
Right. Yeah, and I guess just like the varsity guys, we adjust ourselves a little bit, and it's more of a tribute to the players, because you're down 14-0 first quarter. You have all the reasons to quit, right? But eventually, after halftime, we talked, got things turned back around, and then we were able to, like you said, score more points than them, and that's that. So,
the JV players, they're there Friday nights. They're usually scout team members in practice. They get knocked on, beat on all week long. Mm-hmm. Their time to shine comes on Saturday, and it's usually a short night. You didn't get a chance to sleep a whole lot. So when they get a win, that's like, man, icing on the cake, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And I guess the one thing that, I'm around the JV guys probably just as much as I'm around the varsity guys. I try to explain to them, look, your time for the game is JV, right? And so I think that, sure, you'll have your opportunity to join the varsity guys at some point. You'll earn your way there. But in the meantime, hey, in your JV game, take it serious. So anytime you get an opportunity to get better, then I think that's really that's what you should really be focusing on. At least JV wise, we're thinking every single game, we want to get better, we want to win. So if we can do that every single game, then I think that A, they'll get better as players, and B, I think as a program we'll be okay. So.
Because otherwise, the other 6 days of the week, you're paying your dues,
right? Pretty
much, and then. A paycheck, so to speak, is a win at the JV level, and getting some playing time on a Friday night.
Yeah, I guess for this week it's it was kind of 2 scoops of ice cream or something, right?
Yeah,
and that's all right.
Double dipper.
Yeah, that's all right. But I think that at the end of the day, even if you're helping the varsity, you're helping them get better. You don't want to ever lose focus of the goal. The goal is for you yourself to get better, which will help the team. So if you don't get better, then the team doesn't get better, right? Yeah. So I think any opportunity that you take to get better, I think you're doing yourself and the team, most importantly, a service. So.
Let's talk a little more personal stuff with you.
Sure.
We talked when you first came to Chillicothe about your background. You had the playoff status. You know what it's like to win a state championship and all that. But we didn't talk a whole lot about what your real job is. He's not just a coach.
I work in Social Security, so yeah. So actually, it's kind of funny. That's actually why I'm in Chillicothe. Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to get a promotion to Chillicothe, Ohio, and I'm in my office. I'm here in the Social Security office now, and then just doing my best, just like with football, doing my best every day. So that's all anyone can ask.
Now somebody's saying, wait a second, a promotion to Chillicothe, Ohio? Worked out good, didn't it?
Yeah, sure it did. Score one for me.
Now we're going to take out a step further because you are also starting to make more progress in life and settling down now, we understand.
Yeah. I got engaged about a month ago. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I got engaged to a nice lady named Tiffany. Tiffany, she's pretty cool. So we've been dating actually a little over a year. So when you know you have a good team, you know you have a good team. So I think that's kind of my thought process, right? So when you know you have something good, then you know what you need to do. So.
And she's a good woman just for this reason. She knew going in football season was starting. Saying yes, right?
Right. No, it's kind of funny because the big thing with that is it's like, hey, don't get me wrong, I'm happy you're doing all this, but football, you're 1A, and this kind of football's kind of 1B. So we make it work. So
yeah, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
My wife and I have gone through we got married during the football season.
Yeah.
So she's been married to football ever since.
Right.
So good luck to you in that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. What's ahead for this Cavalier team, do you think? You've had a chance to see playoffs the last couple of seasons with this team. You've had a chance, no doubt, in your days of being a player and a coach to kind of compare personalities with winners that you were with to what these kids are doing today.
I think the big thing is for this team, it's, in my opinion, consistency. And I think that across the board, and I'm speaking from in the offense, I think offensively we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Defensively, where I'm at, for us, I think actually, believe it or not, I actually think we've been more consistent, understanding every single guy, understanding where they need to be. Actually, probably on the level of last year in regards to. In regards to how high we can go, I think we can go as high as, quite frankly, our seniors take us, right? So I think that the more that our seniors lead, the more we'll be perfectly fine. And they've done, quite frankly, a heck of a job, there's a reason why we're 4-1, right? Like I said, me and Coach, we do no tackling. I'm too old and slow. So at this point, if those guys continue to lead us, I think that, it would be nice to be in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens.
Offense sells those tickets, but defense wins championships. And of course, this is the guy that's that's all about. So does Jeff Arndt. And we appreciate you being with us tonight. And stick around for another segment, will you?
Yeah, why not, huh?
All right. Coming up in just a bit, we'll be rejoined with Coach Ron Hinton, and we'll talk about the Hillsborough Indians coming up on the Cavalier Coaches Corner.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, but ATI Physical Therapy gets you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Young's Family Market is family owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Welcome to the players portion of the Cavalier Coaches Corner. We've got 3 Cavalier seniors with us. We've got Bradley Reinhardt, Caleb Workman, and Cameron Cook. Guys, an exciting finish and a positive finish for this past Friday's game, the overtime win over Logan. Bradley, try your best to describe why it was scoreless at the end of regulation.
I mean, both defenses played outstanding that night. We weren't really expecting we came out and tried our best, but they came to play too. So I don't know. Both defenses definitely put on the show. So
yeah, last year you doubled the score on them, but
yeah,
they obviously had something to say this past Friday night. Now in regulation, you scored a touchdown, but they took that back away from you, didn't they? Talk about that, Caleb.
It was a type of option play, but they happened to call one of our linemen downfield on the pass. But I don't know. I think our offense didn't really expect them to come out like the way they did. And all week we kind of, we got this, And I mean, I feel like the effort wasn't quite there, and then we got to game, and then they surprised us. So.
Can the lineman get downfield? so it shouldn't have been a penalty, right? Cameron, defensively, what was this game like? Because the first score was going to win the game, it seemed.
It was pretty tense. It was a shutout for all 4 quarters. We were just going back to back and forth, punting and stopping them each time.
Were you kind of like on pins and needles throughout the game as they got towards the end?
Yeah, a lot of the 4th downs were really tight.
Yeah. Now take us into, it was 4th and 17, if I remember correct, in the overtime. And here comes the pass. And there is JJ jumping into the air and grabbing that from Adrian Beverly. And you get the touchdown to go ahead. Describe what that feeling was like.
It was just like a big weight off your shoulders. We went all game and we finally got the touchdown. So then we had to think about going for 2 or getting the field goal.
And Bradley, when it came down to it, now it's push time. You got to make sure you get the extra point.
Yeah.
Because that's very important, as they found out.
Yeah, I went hard all game, but I know that at that last extra point, I definitely made sure that my guy didn't get through. That would not have been good. But
and as Bradley mentioned, Caleb, you got to go all out for 60 minutes of football, and then you've got an extra overtime. How do you dig down deep to come back and say, we're going to take care of business now?
You just got to reach down and get everyone together and play hard together. Yeah. There can't be any individuals. It's just everyone's a team.
You guys start the FAC season this week, and that's at Hillsboro. And that's going to be a tall task. Hillsboro comes in 5-0. What do we know about Hillsboro, Caleb? I'm sorry. Cameron. Yeah. Caleb's here.
They're 5-0 now, and we're 4-1, so they're going to come into it expecting to win and keep going on their win streak, because we're both projected that we could win league, so it's going to be a tough game.
Since I threw your name out there, Caleb, we'll give you a chance to, because you got to defend this championship, right? And the true defense begins this week.
Mm-hmm. We can keep on our defense, keep it going, and offense we just need to work harder. Keep it going, get pushes. A lot of their linemen like to stand up and just try to manhandle everyone, but if we go our technique block like we used to, I think we can do it.
Mind your P's and Q's and cross all the T's, dot the I's, and good things will happen, right?
Yep.
That's the plan. All right, talk about school here, Bradley. What do you like at CHS as far as subject matter, what you're studying, and what your future might hold for you?
This year my schedule is it's pretty easy. But I'm taking a few hard classes, and my favorite one is environmental science. All my friends are in there, and it's pretty interesting. And then I would definitely want to go to college after high school, but I'm still tossing up majors. I've thought about engineering and nursing, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So definitely college, but still the major's up in the air.
A couple of different spectrums right there.
Yeah.
Nursing and engineering.
Yeah, I like science and I like math, so I don't know.
Those are very key subjects to have, those two fields of work.
Yeah.
Caleb, what about you?
I also take environmental science with Bradley. I lucked out this year and had one class at school. And I take 2 classes up at the OUC, so it's pretty nice. And then after school, I'm still up in the air with them, most likely thinking Air Force and going for engineering or just going to college for engineering. And then probably in either computer engineering or mechanical engineering.
Cameron, what do your future plans hold, and what's in the immediate future?
Yeah, I'd say my favorite class is probably my language arts class, AP language. The rest of my classes are pretty laid back and relaxed. For college, I know I definitely want to go to college, but the majors are up in the air too, like Bradley said.
Advanced placement language.
Yeah.
Tell me what you learned there.
Just more like geared towards getting ready for college with all the papers we have to write and all the extra reading we have to do.
A lot of reading, a lot of writing when it comes to college. That's why I didn't go to college. But, let's talk about what your favorite things to do outside of football. What kind of things do you enjoy?
I like to fish, and I also like to hunt. And hunting season's getting ready to come in, deer season. So after football, I'll gear into that and spend most of my free time doing that. And then hopefully I'll get a job after Christmas break. So give myself a little bit of time to relax and then get a job somewhere. But yeah, hunting and fishing are my 2 big things.
Yeah, no Cavalier football team has had to worry about missing gun season because they're still playing in the playoffs. But that would be state championship weekend as you start to cruise into it. So
yeah, I mean,
let's hope it's a problem.
Yeah.
Caleb, what do you like to do?
Nothing in particular. Outdoors, but just being outside and then hanging with friends too. But mostly outside. I recently bought a kayak and I take it out with my friends too.
Kayaker, eh?
Yep.
Have you turned it over yet?
Not quite, but me and my friends like to have little battleship games. So,
so the potential's there.
Oh, yeah.
Karen, what about your spare time?
Yeah, after football, normally it turns into baseball season and starting to get ready for that. And then I think this year I'm going to do baseball and track. So I'm just going to start getting ready for that after football.
Boy, baseball and track.
Yeah.
That's 2 sports in the same season.
Yeah.
So that's quite the. What do you play baseball wise, and what do you think your events might be for track and field?
Baseball, I'm a center fielder, and for track, I think I'm going to do a couple sprints and then maybe like a long jump. I'm thinking about.
Sweet, like that. And I failed to ask you guys about do you have any extracurricular sports that you play in?
I've played summer baseball the last couple of years, and I might play for the school this year. I haven't decided yet, and I've also done track the last couple of years. So maybe. I don't know yet.
Caleb?
Senior season, I wrestled all the way up until my freshman year, and then these last 2 years kind of really wasn't feeling it, but I'm kind of thinking about doing it this winter. And then same with track too. Me and him have thrown the last couple of years too. But wrestling's still up in the air. I've wrestled a long time, but it's just kind of lost interest. So
I would think with your science background, being able to throw the disc, being able to throw the shot put, those are important things to put together. And being offensive lineman, and you're kind of a long guy. Yeah. And we saw Garen Ferris head onto the stage. We've seen Chad McAllister, another winning the state in shot put. That you have to have that big frame for that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really taken it too serious. It's been more just for friends, but I don't know. I'm not that good, obviously, but it's more technique, and I just try to go out there and muscle it. So it doesn't usually turn out too good for me.
Well, thanks for sure he'll be sending that casting line out as opposed to a shot putter disc. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to let you off. Well, I better not let you off the hook. Coach always asks me to ask about your girlfriends. You got anybody you want to say hi to along the way?
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend's in college, Shawnee State, so I mean, I guess high.
Caleb?
Nope.
No.
Look at these eligible bachelors we have. Yet again this week, they're following the line of Chris Postage. He had that little black book he was pulling out and taking names. Well, guys, good luck. Take Hillsboro, and let's get the start on that defense of the FAC Championship.
Yes.
All right. Cameron Cook, Caleb Berkman, and Bradley Reinhardt. I'm Dan Ramey, back again in just a moment.
Southern Ohio Monument Company believes remembering a loved one after they're gone can be as personalized as when they were here. With over 400 in-stock monuments to choose from, there are shapes and sizes to match nearly everyone's personality, helping your loved one make a lasting impression. Southern Ohio Monument Company on East Main Street in downtown Chillicothe. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1. Southern Ohio Monument Company, proud sponsor of the Cavaliers.
Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing in Central Center can customize t-shirts, banners, posters, vinyl lettering for your car or truck, and they can embroider logos for your school or business. It's time to show your team's spirit. And from Adina to Zane Trace, Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing has all the team colors. And of course, your Chillicothe Cavalier blue and white. So stop on into the shop in Central Center and see for yourself. Or visit Chillicothe Signs and Screen Printing online and place your order today.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Young's Family Market is family owned and operated. M.L. Young founded the grocery store in 1936, and now a second generation of Youngs, Brad, Susan, and their children now operate the business. To also serve the surrounding area, the Youngs opened a second location in Kingston, Ohio back in 2014, making shopping easy by offering everything you need, including beer and wine, all under one roof. No more running all over town making numerous stops to get everything on your list. Instead, visit our store and find it all. We offer fresh, high-quality products for affordable prices. It's the Young's Family Market, serving the Laurelville, Ohio community for more than 60 years.
Hi, I'm Angie with ATI Physical Therapy located in Chillicothe. If pain or injury prevent you from doing what you love, let ATI Physical Therapy get you back. Whether it's back to work or back to your play, ATI's energetic and motivating team is ready to help you begin your road to recovery. We will craft a personalized treatment plan incorporating the appropriate techniques for your condition. Stop by our Chillicothe location for a complimentary injury screening or visit atipt.com for a location near you.
On our final segment of the Cavalier Coach's Corner, we get ready for the Hillsboro Indians. Coach, you've got a past with Jack O'Rourke. The immediate past, you've got a winning record against Hillsboro. Of course, Chillicothe's got a winning record against Hillsboro over the time and span since 1898. These guys are coming in loaded for bear, though. They're 5-0. And what Jack has tried to instill in these young men from his days at Blanchester, it sounds like they're taking notice.
Well, I can remember back in the 70s going to a clinic down at Notre Dame and a couple different places and listened to what Jack was playing, just graduating, and listened to his dad talk about the exact same offense he's running today, about the triple option, about the bone, about the flex bone that he's doing today. I still remember that as sitting down there and listening to him talk and then demonstrating. He brought some players in and demonstrated his offense and how efficient and how really fluent it was there. And Jack, I've known Jack for many years, and he's a very good football coach. And his teams play hard, the teams play well, and they're well coached. This team was huge, though. I mean, we thought they graduated as a big lineman last year. I don't believe that where they're getting them from, but their boys are coming out of the woodwork now because, their two inside linebackers is 250, 240. Their down tackles are 260, 250. Their ends, depends on how they play, are about 240, 220. All right, so I mean, they're big kids. I mean, I take it back.
They're all blue ribbon winners.
They are big young men. Let's take the kids out. They are big young men.
Say blue ribbon winners at
Yes.
the Highland County Fair now.
Yes, yes. And they won't fear us. Okay, I think in the past, that they've kind of feared us coming in, and the game got lopsided in a hurry. But I think this group is not like that. And they were 7-3 last year. They're bringing back a solid group again this year. But again, when you get your program rolling, you don't rebuild, you just reload, and that's exactly what they're doing. Their fullback's 260.
He's a big guy.
First year, sophomore year, he didn't play. He was hurt. Mm-hmm. He played the game after us. Last year, we played a little bit. He got hurt again. Mm-hmm. So we've not really faced him in the full gamut there. So BJ talked about their offense a little bit, but their defense, but it's kind of odd because when you look at their rosters, they don't put all the numbers in the rosters. They put their names and years, and after that, and their numbers. But after that, you don't know really that they have half the kids' heights and weights. They don't have all of them, different things. But they're going to play a 4-4 on us, cover 3, a lot of man. We're getting people out of the box. It's going to come down to we offensively have to control the ball. We have to move the football and score because they're going to be methodical. They're going to get the ball. They're like I used to be at Amanda. That we only get 1 or 2 possessions and a half because they're going to get the ball, and if they just get in rhythm and they get in rhythm and offensively, and they're just kaboom, 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 kaboom. We might only see the ball but once a quarter. Okay, because so we have to take advantages of what we have in a hurry. We're hoping that they have. We know they haven't saw our kickoff returns. Everything they've done, they've kicked the ball deep. All right, and we're thinking, okay, kick the ball deep, please, please. Okay, because they won't see Mifflin, they won't see Taze Valley. All right, and stuff. So we're saying you kick the ball deep, please. All right, I think special team wise, we have a big advantage. Punting and kicking, the whole gamut, with that. But we're going over there in the hostile environment. I know they're going to have a huge crowd now with them winning. The following, the Hillsborough will turn out in groves to follow this football team and stuff. And so it'll be a classic matchup. But it's very positional because the winner is one of the front runners. Okay, the one who has the less points on the board is not out of the race yet, but they're always chasing. Yeah. They're always looking up, chasing, waiting for somebody to make a mistake. Okay, all right. So and then plus there's a lot of playoff points. I mean, we talk about our non-league being playoff points. This is a huge pivotal game for both teams playoff wise. Really, really is. So we've got to monitor our P's and Q's. We've got to block those linebackers. We've got to control the 2-down tackles. All right, we've got to move. We've got to move the football and score. We think we have a big advantage if we get to their edge with our speed, because they really haven't faced athleticism in any of the games they played. They have not faced athleticism that we faced, nor that we have. Okay, and we get on the edge and get after them. But the thing is, though, we have to execute it to get to that point and get us there. Now, if we can get Jaquan and Zach Coates and a couple of those guys in space, we're rocking and rolling. But if we don't get them in space and we struggle like we have the last couple of weeks, then it's going to be a tough one.
It could be a long night.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about the computer points. They come in tied with Sheridan at 5 in their region. We, of course, are at 7 this week. So, like you said, you're going to get a nice recompense for what you win, should you win this weekend.
Correct.
So, BJ, we were talking about my wife and I got married during the football season. The best man at my wedding was Phil Swain. His nephew is the quarterback of this team.
Great.
So that's my immediate tie-in and my crossover to talk about their offense.
No, for sure. Yeah, that kid, number 6, he's a pretty good football player. They are a very, very physical team. Very, very physical. And they're coming downhill, and it's a stop us if you can. But like Coach said, they are very big very big dudes, very big cats.
Yeah.
So
defensively, what are you telling the kids they have to do to stop this offense?
well, I mean, I think at the end of the day, if football is about doing things correctly. It's about tackling correctly. It's about taking on blocks correctly. So you could be 6'5", 300 pounds, or you could be 5'8", 140. It doesn't matter, right? You just need to be able to take the blocks on. So what I'm telling my guys is make sure, and this is Coach Arn as well, across the board, do things correctly. Make sure you do things correctly. Make sure you do it fast too, because they're big guys. We don't want them to get going. So the quicker we can get to them, the quicker we can slow them down. If we let them get going, here we go. So we don't want that.
In previous meetings with Hillsborough, since Jack O'Rourke has been there, it's been assignment football. And really, the offense in practice has not used a football because you didn't want to chase the ball. You just want to make sure you've got this guy, you've got this guy, you've got this guy.
Yeah, see, for them, this year is slightly different because they're bigger. So in a couple years past, that was the case. But for this year, it's more, hey, we have this guy here. He's 6'1". They're running back number 24, 6'1", 6'2". He's a big kid. For this year, they don't need to do it. They're coming right at you, and if you're gonna be tough and try to take on the block correctly, then great. And if not, if you even take a step to stop for 1 minute, then you're in big time trouble. So the thought process is, I don't care how big they are, just do what you're supposed to do, and everything will work itself out. So that's my thought.
Just like we said with the kids earlier, cross your T's, dot your I's, and mind your P's and Q's, and things should fall into place.
Oh, most definitely.
We're not going to do any upper body tackles this week and get away with it.
No.
We might see ourselves being drugged downfield a little bit.
Yeah. The big thing I see is, and this is feeding on what you're saying, Coach, is this is a weightlifting contest. If it's a weightlifting contest, we'll lose. so for us, it's a football game, so we have to be smart, right? So if we hit them up top, we're trying to be a weightlifting contest. If we hit them on the bottom, drive our feet, have another guy come up after we tackle them, then we can make it more of a football contest. But if we for a second think it's going to be a weightlifting contest, we're crazy.
Yeah, leverage wins here.
Absolutely.
They still run their option. We still have to be very assignment, like you said, very assignment sound. Like one guy has to take fullback, one guy has to take the quarterback, somebody else take, and you have to do that. But really, they're more of a power team, off tackle team. Coach R made that comment tonight in practice. Look where the ball's going, guys. It's not really going midline, midline veer like they have been. It's more of power off tackle, second man off tackle, kind of a toss sweep with that. But one thing I don't think they have, maybe I'm wrong, I don't think they have the guy that can take the ball 60, 70 yards against us. Okay, I don't think they have that. I don't think, they can get to 10, 15 yards. But I don't think somebody can take the ball to the house, all right, because I don't think they have that kind of speed. But they can just physically line up, just play after play after play after play. But yet they still tend to they tend to be in motion a lot. They have a lot of situations where they're, it's 1st and 15 or second and short, and all of a sudden second and long, with different mistakes like that. So we've got to play into that and play that, and hope for that. Our special teams have to be exceptional. Mass kicking has to definitely dominate the game. Our returns have to dominate the game, then we've got to limit their carries by not playing great defense. Number one, but really number one, we have to control the ball offensively.
Yeah, keep it out of their hands.
Yes, sir. When number 6 tackling us, he can't score too many. Or 24th trying to tackle us, or number 4 or number 34, the fullback. When those guys are trying to tackle us, okay, then they're not have a lot of opportunities to score. All right, so we want them trying to tackle us then more than what we want them to have a chance to run the football. And then plus they're about eight guys, at least 8 are two-way players. They don't do a lot, even special teams. They don't do a lot of substituting, in the game. Okay, so we'll be back our second time on grass. All right, so that'll be different. Go back on grass and stuff, and it'll be a great atmosphere. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a heck of a night, but then switching from now, I gotta say thanks to Angie For that, I've spent a lot of time here in the last couple of years, with the last 3 years with rehabs on my surgeries. They spent a lot of time with me, and a great thing here, and they have been very good sponsors for us. And also, we got to say, she's a very good football widow. She's a very, very good football widow. All right, she understands, because her husband Ronnie was the head coach, assistant coach for a long time at Logan Elm, head coach for a while. Now he's back to assistant coaching again. So she understands this time of year from this. And I also got to say one thing: she's also a farm girl, and she has a nice background. That's why she's so tough. Since Spockage is small, she's so tough because she's the big dairy farmer. Dairy farmers are tough because you got to work. That's 7 days a week, 365, and they don't miss a day.
Got to take care of Holsteins like you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, good luck against Hillsboro. It's Josh Keats. He's a big Holstein, maybe a Buffalo.
6'1", 230.
Yeah, and number 34. This kid is a tank. Might be the best way to put
But
that.
I think the whole key, though, as you said, is Mason Swain.
Yeah.
Is that quarterback. With him with the fake and him running off tackle and running on a second man or third man when he pulls the ball and comes around the edge, he's a real key to this. All right, he's one we really got to try and kind of control and stop.
But he's not going to touch the ball, right?
He touched the ball every play. He he's got his hands on every snap.
Not if the offense has.
Well, that's true. So he can be talking about playing safety. Yes.
Hillsboro, Ohio is where this takes place. And again, if you can't make it to the game, you can listen in 1490 AM, 92.7 FM, WBEX, online at WBEX.com and iHeartRadio as well. Guys, thank you so much for stopping out. Cavalier Tom, of course, BJ Adams, Coach Ron Hinton, all the players that helped us. And thank you to ATI Physical Therapy and Angie Stevens for helping us there too. And good to have this guy back. Sid behind the camera, and a special thank you to Vanessa George for helping us last week.
Yeah, we missed the hand gestures last week, though, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, he's got bigger fingers. Thank you again for watching, and guys, there's one thing left to say, and that's
Go Cavs!